Hello friends of the Northern Entertainment and welcome to a first look video on the road. The truck simulator is going into early access today, or maybe it was already, well, I think since it's a European game it's probably already at this point in early access. But yeah, it is developed by Toxtronics and it is published by Aerosoft. And since it's from Aerosoft, yeah, I got it as a press release version, so incentivized, well, I don't think so, but I have to make the disclaimer, I did not pay for the game. Would I pay for the game? Well, for that you will have to watch the video, so let's get right into it. As for the game itself, as the name says, it is a truck simulator. Now, you might ask, why do we need a truck simulator if we have ETS2? Well, honestly, I don't know exactly yet, because I have not played it a lot either. I mean, I have it now for a while. I haven't made a video on it, because the English version was broken beyond repair. I was not able to make a profile or whatnot. I just, now that they went early access, am able to make videos on it. So, I have not that crazy much experience with it. What I do know is what's nice about the game so far, and let's get right into it. I accept that. We're gonna go to profiles. I'm gonna go to load because here's Northern Logistics, and I don't know how I made that many points because all I did was I went one time from A to B. The graphic settings are completely maxed out at this point, and this is our truck here. Now, what's interesting is that apparently you have a straight truck right from the beginning, not a tractor-trailer combination. I don't know if at some point you get a trailer for this one, which would be a wiggle wagon. And if you don't know exactly what a wiggle wagon is, I will show you one. But we call them wiggle wagons. It's pretty much a quad trailer with a pintle hitch. And that's exactly why we call them wiggle wagons, because if you try to back them up, they wiggle and waggle, those wagons. Anywho. So, but as you see here already, we can walk around the truck. We can walk around the truck, and that is something that a lot of you, including me, always asked for with ETS, that we can actually move through the game world, but I think this is all we can do. We can walk through the truck. We can't really do a walk around, because once you are in the truck, you are in the truck. I have not found a way to get back out of it. Watch it as I'm... before I start the truck, let's quickly go into the options, and I'll show you here. The input is nothing special. I tried to hook up my my G27, but that absolutely did not work. I was able to put my gamepad in, and that somewhat worked. My Logitech F310, but it is very, very sensitive, and there is at this point no way to adjust that. The graphics are completely maxed out. Audio, well, you have a master volume, and that's that. And then as for the game, you have English, Deutsch. You have English and Deutsch. There you go. English and German. Wow. So that said, logistics, we can choose our... we are right now in Kiel, and the map right now encompasses, interestingly enough, except for Magdeburg, all of those... No, Hanover is not true either. Hanover is Lower Saxony. Kiel is Schleswig-Holstein, but Rostock, Hamburg, and Bremen and Berlin are city-states. And as such, yeah, they are also harbor states, so, or port of entry. That I think is really interesting that they started with those. I don't know how many cities there are supposed to be in the end. I should maybe look at the roadmap. I'm definitely going to put a link to the roadmap in the description, but here you can see there is a rest stop right there, or restaurants, and there is a truck repair shop right there, and there are a couple of fuel stations along the way, which is good. So let's take just a generic one. Do you want to accept this assignment? The goods is generic from Westhafen Kiel to Lecker Schmecker Hanover. Price is 8,000 euros for that one. Reputation needed or gained is 0. I'm not sure if that's needed or gained, but we're just gonna go ahead here now at the 6-minute mark and going to take this assignment. Yeah, unfortunately there's no starting sound at this point. So, with that said, all we have is a... Okay, this is way too flippin' loud. So again, guys, I am playing with a keyboard because that's the only thing that's somewhat feasible. I have to say a couple of things right off the bat here that I noticed just playing the 3 minutes that I played before this recording, or was it maybe 10 minutes? And that is the sounds. Meh. I guess they do the job, and keeping in mind that this is an automatic truck, they might be fairly accurate. I don't know, I honestly, I never in my life once drove an automatic truck, so I don't know. AI traffic seems to be prone to get hung up here at this intersection, so I might as well just bypass it, because otherwise we're gonna be sitting here till Kingdom Come. Graphics, given that it's Unreal, it's of course... It's not bad. All things considered. I would give the graphics probably 3 out of 5. I've seen definitely worse. I don't know, there is not much game to judge at the moment. What I did notice is that you use way too much air on each brake application, like sometimes depending on... I mean, yes, you should lose a little bit of air, but the amount of air that you lose, especially you don't have a trailer hooked up right now. So with this third application here, well, of course... Keep in mind, I always make 100% application because I play with a keyboard, but I feel that there is too much air lost and the compressor is not keeping up fast enough. So it can happen that your brakes lock up on you, which is really realistic. Oh my goodness grief. Which is very realistic. Ow. Not on my screen. I'm the worst driver when it comes to driving with a keyboard, but it's not much better with a controller just because the way it is set up. I mean, the inside of the truck itself is not bad at all. And it can't be because this is a licensed game, so clearly MAN wouldn't stand for that. And you can use turn signals, but because of the way that the turn signals are set up, and even if you change the key bindings, it don't like really American keyboards, so I'm just not bothering. But if I would bother with it every time, here you can see you have all kinds of turn signals, so. Now the scale, that is something I have to say I'm rather impressed, because keep in mind we are still in the same city. We are still in Kiel. We did not leave the city yet, so the scale seems to be larger as it is in ETS, but keep in mind also that for the moment there is a lot less ground to cover for them, so I don't know if the whole game will be in this scale, and again I don't know how many. I think they are planning on I want to say 15 cities to begin with. Yeah, see this gate? This is where we get loaded. Well, gate. Those floating arrows. There we go. We are loaded. Now we are off on our way to Hanover. And of course, with an early access game, you have to keep in mind that everything you see can and will change most likely. I mean, if you remember Fernbus Simulator, that game had a pretty rough start when it came to first reviews and to playability and whatnot, and now it's a decent game. So I don't think we should judge too harshly at this point, especially they just went early access, and I have to be the world's worst driver in this. I kinda like the idea that you can walk outside. I wish they would capitalize a little bit more and would have you do a complete walk around the truck, but unfortunately that's not implemented. Whether that's gonna be implemented is to be seen. Yeah, let's keep going, because I don't feel like stopping for every red light. Oh my goodness grief. I will say that much. Driving with keyboard is something that I was never good at, and here's why. I'm afraid that if I make one more brake application, I'm going to be running out of air. What an ugly, 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 ugly car. The turn signals do not turn off automatically. Unfortunately. But I don't know, I honestly, I think once they fix those initial problems, this could be, while it's certainly not, oh my goodness grief, it has potential. It definitely has potential. Let's see now how the autobahn looks like, because that of course is something... I mean, it feels to me like they are going for more a cartoony look, not necessarily a realistic look. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so you are not governed. Which, this is a European truck, you should be governed at 89. So we have to make sure that we do that manually. Let's see if there is a input for retarder up, retarder down, fog light, light switch, horn switch, seat indicator, parking brake. Okay. Guess not. I mean, I can see, or I could see, if you can play this actually with a wheel, that would be a lot more enjoyable. Oh boy. 94. That is way too fast, because in case you guys don't know it, everything over, I do believe it's 3.5 tons. That is called a commercial vehicle, is not allowed to drive any faster than 80 on the autobahn and 60 on everything else. Unless, of course, the posted speed limit is lower. And I figure we're gonna go and have a quick look here at this gas station, plus we are half empty or half full, depending on how you want to look at it. Okay, so those are placeholders, clearly. Very clearly. Now it would be super cool if you could actually get out of your truck and start filling up the truck yourself, or go here to the restaurant and eat there. So we are now in the Alp tunnel, which means we are going underneath the river called Elbe. You can hear that there is no Doppler effect whatsoever. So we are arriving here now in Hanover, and that is of course... Oh wait a second, this is Larsen. I think we might have... Yeah, being in the external cam here, I think I might have driven too far. What in the... Yep. Okay then. I don't know why, I don't know how, I'm not asking either. Yeah, I think this is as far as the autobahn goes for now. It's probably gonna let us go here. Oh my goodness. Physics. Alright, so we are now here just turning off into Hanover. And then we're gonna see a little bit of Hanover itself. How it presents itself. What I did notice too, and that might be just a placeholder at this point, most likely is a placeholder, at least I hope, is the fact that as soon as you're on the autobahn, all you see is trees, 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 left and right. And that is not the case when you drive in real life over the autobahn. I mean, there is trees, of course, and there's a lot of trees, but you see other things too. But again, this is very early stages of this game, so we'll just have to wait and see what we have in the end. Whew, it was close. Okay, apparently we are supposed to deliver here somewhere. No idea where. Okay, I'm gonna try something just because. Okay, there you go. Reputation 806. Distance 224 kilometers. Price 8,000. Okay, well, with that said, this shall conclude this first episode, this first look of the game, and I will see. I'm probably gonna give it a few more weeks where they have time now after the early access release, where they have time to fix and to work on things, and yeah, hopefully then with that I'll be able to do an in-depth review, because I do not feel that it would be fair to do a review at this point. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments below, and yeah, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and God bless.